Okay.
So I've never done a porno before, so this might be...
Huh?
I've never done a porno before. So,
Why do you know that too well?
I watched some, you know the library show? That new one?
Oh, yeah, right. With
I've seen the ones where you talk to Ellie. So.
Where I've talked to you, yeah.
It's literally you.
Dude, people keep saying that. I don't know that anymore.
It's the hair.
Maybe it's the hair.
And half Indian.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, sure, maybe. Yeah, you may have a point. That's stupid.
Oh God, I'm so excited to be on the podcast.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna mean like way better ones in the future after you blow up.
What's up?
You mean way better ones out in the future after you blow up?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, he got the garage band up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see if this works still. I haven't done this in a while. Hello?
Might be really soft.
It's
Yo,
usually
testing 1, 2, 3.
It's usually, it's usually not so
Soft.
soft yet. It's not even that it works. Alright, cool.
Play it back. I just want to hear it.
Alright, yeah. Oh my lord.
Yo, testing 1, 2, 3.
That's perfect.
Oh god damn. Oh god damn.
Nice.
Oh god, that was a good ass
Nice.
burp though. That was a good ass burp.
That was. I'm keeping that. We restarted quick. One second. Just so we can get the time right.
I'm nervous. It's my first time.
Yeah.
Please don't. I hope you didn't record that.
I don't know how to stop. Hello.
That's a while from now.
Yeah, it is, but he's a busy man, and so am I. So, I mean, he could always come to SF and we could record.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Let's see what we got later.
What about the interview notes?
Yeah. My notes real quick. Okay. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Just Work podcast. I'm your host, Mithun. What's it called? This has been like I've not posted in a very long time.
It's been a couple months. Actually, it's been like half a year, I want to say.
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah, I recorded 2 podcast episodes in the span of that, and one of them I recorded my first friend in SF when I went to school there, Kelvin. But then he told me to take it down after a couple of days. He didn't say anything bad. He said like controversial stuff, but he didn't even say anything
really?
bad. No, he didn't even say like anything crazy. Like,
Why did he give you a reason?
No, he just said he said like he didn't want his like nieces and nephews to find out about it. So I guess so there's that. And then my other friend Anikit, I recorded with him, and then he the file corrupted, which I feel is embarrassing. I feel embarrassed
so
to say.
bad.
Yeah.
Let's hope this one doesn't get corrupted.
Let's hope this one can leave it out.
This one's gonna be good. This one's gonna be fine.
I hope so. So yeah, today I'm joined here by some people may know him as Never Online. Some people may know him as Dren. I know him as Taylor the Latte Boy.
Oh my god.
But I'm here with
bad
memories. I'm here with Adrian Liang. What's up, Adrian?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. It's kind of a depressing day outside. Yeah. Super rainy. I went to drop by to get boba for you, and it was pouring. Pouring really loudly. And I'm the kind of person where like weather does affect my mood. So like, goddamn, it's so gloomy outside,
it's really
dude.
depressing. Yeah.
How are you?
I'm chilling. You're gonna see me do this a lot, like do that.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, I'm not trying.
I noticed.
Yeah, I'm just there ready for when you're talking. Yeah.
Got you.
So yeah, yeah, no, me too. Weather's super depressing. I'm more of like I really like clear skies and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I love clear skies, or maybe like honestly like clear or like some clouds in the sky are really nice too.
Yeah, like partly cloudy type.
Partly
stuff.
cloudy.
Are you summer type guy?
Yeah, I guess so.
Summer,
or like maybe fall when it's not like gloomy. You know
fall
what I mean?
or
You know how
something.
like fall can be like back and forth, right? There's some days where it's kind of nice in fall.
Yeah.
The pretty days in fall, those are really nice.
Mm.
Spring would be my favorite if I didn't have goddamn seasonal allergies.
Oh right.
If I didn't have those, then maybe spring would be my favorite. But probably like the good parts of fall, and then I guess summer would be like my second favorite season. Then
I see. Okay, spring. Okay, it's coming up.
Yeah,
We're coming up.
it's coming
Let me
up.
get one. Real quick. 1 second.
All right, for sure.
This is my podcast. I can do what I want. How do I want? I don't know, because my hair is kind of messy right now.
All good. I was wondering whether I should bring like a beanie or something, or, like, a hat or something. But I just took a shower before, and I just took a hair dryer to it, blasted it for like 5 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I gotta get a haircut though. It's long.
Yeah. What do you normally go for haircuts?
My mother.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
She's doing a good job, though.
Because I'm lazy to like, cause like place that I usually go to.
Yeah.
She's getting really popular to the point where you have to book her like a couple months in advance.
Yeah.
And yeah, I booked it. I went last time, but then I wanted to do it again. But then I was lazy to book an appointment because it was 2 months in advance. Like, I wouldn't know my availability. I don't even know my availability more than like a week in advance. So
exactly,
like,
yeah. That's what I hate, bro. Like when people like try to like schedule something like, oh, yo, I got this thing coming up like in a week and a half. You're like,
I don't know my plans more than a week in the future.
Exactly.
So it's harder for me.
It's
so
like
my
that.
mom is just like, here, don't worry, I'll cut your hair for you, and she does a good job.
Yeah. What do you ask for, like, to your mom? Like, she's like,
I just show her a picture, and then now she just knows that I get the same cut every time, so she just gives it to me.
fire. Yeah, that's what's up. Did your mom cut in the past or not?
No, she just does it. She did it for us when we were kids.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you count that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. That's a lot of shit. I like that. That's fire.
I love my mom.
Yeah. Shout out mom.
Shout out mom. Shout out all the moms in the world.
Yeah. Shout out all the moms and the single dads. You know what I'm saying? Well, so yeah, what's been going on for the past couple of days?
Past couple of days, I started my winter quarter. I'm doing some online classes at De Anza right now. I'm finishing up because this is gonna be my last semester at SJSU before I graduate. 4 years, and then probably gonna do graduate school after that. But it'll be my last 4 years for undergrad, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm finishing that up. I got a lot of classes to get done though, because I kind of got screwed over by my advisor a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. Basically like a TLDR.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit behind because my advisor a couple years ago, because I went in undeclared, and she told me that I had to take these certain classes, and I was like, I thought I already had credit for these because I had AP classes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
They did count. She told me they didn't, so I had to. So she made me take those classes. She told me to, and then the next semester I talked to another advisor, and she was like, "Why did you take these classes? You weren't supposed to."
Yeah.
And I took 2 of them, and in the last year I meant to take one other class, but I couldn't fit it in my schedule at all. There's only 2 sections. Nowhere would it fit in my schedule, no matter what. So I was technically 3 classes behind as a result.
Goodness, yeah.
So I got to take those during winter. I got to take a couple extra during the last semester, but I'm still gonna be on track. Still graduating on time. Mm-hmm. That's that was my little school dilemma that I had for a little while. Yeah.
I feel you, yeah. So college counselors are either really good or just they're terrible. It's unbelievably bad. And oh my gosh.
That first advisor. The reason why I had a second advisor is because she was either fired or she left. I'm assuming it's the first one, considering how she handled my classes. But I don't want to say anything negative.
Yeah. Don't want to say anything. She's a.
Not to say anything negative, but I hope your pillow is warm. Both sides.
Nah, that's pretty crazy.
I'll
keep talking to me.
All right. It's recording, right? Yeah, no corrupted files. All right, we good.
Trust issues because of that.
So you didn't check it a single time during Anikids?
No, I did, and then I went to Texas for New Year's, and then I opened my laptop to go I was like, oh, okay, I'm here, I might as well just do a little bit of editing here and there, and then I looked at it and I'm looking at the record. First of all, the camera died during when we were podcasting already.
Mid recording.
The camera just dies, right? I was which is on me. I should have charged it way before. I was so excited for this, but then I just totally forgot
It's full, right?
It's full. No, I've charged it last night.
I'm just making sure.
I charged it last night. But yeah, that's one thing I'm gonna remember to do for sure. And then
back up your files, guys. Please back up your files. I've lost so many files not backing up. Please back up your files.
Yes, that is. Oh my gosh, I cannot implore you to
Very
more. Important. Yeah, goodness me. I remember one time your PC kind of corrupted some stuff.
Yeah,
and I remember you're so bad.
So I'm stupid, right? And I thought it was my hard drive. Mm-hmm. But I back up my hard drives every so often, right? Yeah. But not as often as I wish I did, because now it's kind of every couple months. Mm-hmm. I should probably do more backups, but at the time, I thought everything was going smoothly, and then I blue screened. My computer blue screened, and then it wouldn't start up again. So I was like, oh shit. I don't know if it's the drive itself, so I switched to another drive, and then it seemed to work again. Mm-hmm. But the last backup I had was from 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So everything in that 6 months, gone. I didn't back up anything.
No.
In between that, everything was gone. Besides cloud stuff Google Docs and everything like that, but everything else gone.
Gone. Dude, that's
Yeah.
devastating, bro.
Yeah. I lost. Luckily, it wasn't like anything music related. I lost some
Yeah.
art stuff. You know, I was doing like some like
Oh, yeah,
art.
you
So
were,
yeah,
uh-huh.
gone completely.
Right.
And there's no way I could get it back.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So back up your files, please.
Most definitely. Yeah, that's terrible.
You don't want to go through the torment like I did.
Yeah, that was I was in Discord listening to that. And I was like, you're like, it's not there. I remember it so vividly.
I don't. I'm surprised you remember it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'd be just as bad too. I could totally see why.
Yeah.
What's it called? So going into your what's it called? Like as a kid, you know, growing up, how's growing up like, man? Like, what's
So
First of all, where are you from?
okay, so I'm from Milpitas, you know, same as you.
Yep.
Not Docs. It's a small town. Small town. If you know San Jose, then you know Milpitas, right? It's just like right above Milpitas. I grew up in Milpitas. I guess I didn't really share exactly the same kind of growing up as other people, I think, because my parents made me go to a private school.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the people I went to, or that I met in like high school, either came from like one of the two big middle schools, right, Rancho or Russell.
That's right. Yeah.
And it was so I went to this private school called Challenger. I don't know if you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was very, not really kind of secluded, right? There weren't really that many people. I think the graduating class of 8th grade was like 60 people. That's it.
That is
Maybe a little less.
Yeah,
It was not that many people. Right?
Yeah.
And so I always had like a close circle of friends that I could rely on, you know. I feel like I wasn't really out in the world for kindergarten to 8th grade because they're a K to 8 school, right? So I was there my entire academic career until 8th grade, you know. So I graduated and then I went to a public high school. Going from a private school all your life to a public high school, cold turkey, you know. It's completely different.
Yeah.
And so it was just, I was so, like, I used to be really introverted, like super, super introverted.
Yeah.
And it didn't help that I was talking to so many new people. All these people already knew each other from middle school. So it was like, God, it was so hard to like make new friends, meet new people. And especially because I mentioned like Rancho and Russell. People would always ask me like, hey, what middle school did you go to? Did you go to Rancho or Russell? And I'd be like, Challenger. Like, what is that? You know? Like,
yeah, for real. No,
Yeah.
that's terrible, but that's not terrible. That's actually pretty cool that you came from like private schools. They have a different like outlook on things rather than like the.
I think so. Funny enough, no malintent against anyone that I grew up with, but I definitely did realize that the mentality of kids growing up in like a privileged like environment, you know, going to like private school and stuff, I can tell how that's shaped them as people now, you know, like I used to be really close friends with my friends in middle school. And we kind of just diverged, you know. We went different paths, very obviously. I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying that I am not in a position where I can feel like as entitled or as like snotty, bratty, you know. Like I feel like they're all living their lives right now. They definitely have. We definitely like diverged paths. I can say. I think me going to public high school was like that like fork in the road for like me and all my middle school friends and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. And would you say that like what was I gonna say? I totally forgot. Like I blanked out.
All good. Cut it out. Cut it
out. So do you think compared to like the private school kids that went to school with you, like how would you compare that, like, their mentality with, like, a public school kid?
So admittedly, and this is just something that I kind of grew out of, but it was like, obviously I grew up in, like, a kind of, like, an entitled community, I'll say, you know?
Sure.
I think, admittedly, when I entered public school, I genuinely, like, looking back, especially in retrospect, right? I definitely had a bit of like an elitist superior mentality, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like I'm going from private school into high school. I'm taking all these accelerated classes. So in the very early stages of high school, I felt like I was like in a position above everyone else, you know? And I realized very quickly that was a really unhealthy thing to think about, a really unhealthy mentality to have. And so I very much switched out of it, and I realized how bad that was. And then it helped me make friends a lot easier as well. You know, because there was nothing holding me back. There was nothing like, oh, this person's worse than me. I don't want to be friends with them, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Yeah.
See, no, that's right. You are a product of your environment and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like
cool. Nothing really you can do especially if you were raised in that sort of environment, right? Yeah. So
definitely, yeah. Let's see what we got. What was your earliest like memory growing up, bro?
My earliest memory period is a funny memory between me and my brother. I don't know if you've ever done this with like maybe your like kid cousins or whatever like that, right? But earliest memory. I don't remember anything in my early growing years, right?
Yeah.
I want to say I was around like 4 or 5 when this happened. But my brother and my parents used to buy like these big things, they were like buying a lot like TVs, they were buying like new big things in big cardboard boxes, right?
Yeah.
Huge cardboard boxes that can fit an infant child, right? Or fit an infant child or two, right?
Yeah.
Pretty big boxes.
My
brother and I used to play this game where we would, it's so stupid now thinking about it, but we would put each other in the boxes and then the other person would sit on the top and we would try to get out of the box. Yeah. So we used to do that, and my brother is 4 years older than me, right?
Yeah.
And when you're growing in your first 10 years, you become big, he was a big kid, he was a big baby.
Yeah.
And so I was just frail 4 to 5 years old, and I was clawing my way out of that box. I was losing oxygen. I remember struggling to get out, and then I remember hearing my mom from inside the box, my mom yelling at my brother to get the heck off. Because I was dying in there. That was my earliest memory.
Dang, dude. Bro's getting hypoxic in there, dude. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That just sounds like some kid shit, though.
Although, I mean, I guess I could say I remember some stuff beforehand because my mom showed me, like, videos of when I was a baby and stuff. But I don't personally remember experiencing those.
Right?
That would be my earliest.
Yeah, I feel like the older you get, you probably, like, those memories tend to fade a bit.
It makes me sad. I'm starting to forget a lot of stuff from my early years.
Yeah, I guess it's part of growing up, my guy, but...
Yeah,
it's good.
I do wish I had a better memory, especially remembering like core memories,
Exactly.
I do wish I remembered that stuff.
Definitely, bro. Now's the time to make those core memories. You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. So like, was there anyone that you looked up to like growing up?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I guess I really don't know, to be honest. When I think about it.
Yeah.
I think I just really liked seeing hardworking people. I think just like people who are hardworking and were like self-driven.
Yeah.
Were like people I looked up to, but not anyone in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, just usually like in my classes at least, like the people who always seemed to like have everything in control. Like they always seemed to like do everything, and their lives seemed like they seemed like they were in control of their lives. They seemed like they knew what they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I think I definitely looked up to those, and I still do.
Yeah. Right. Hey, okay, that was a stupid question, Mithun. I'm not okay. No.
Yeah, we're cutting that out.
We're cutting that out. No, that's a really great answer. Actually, yeah, it's good to have, good to look up to hardworking people and whatnot, and have that same grind ethic as them. So like, how would you describe high school? Like all 4 years of high school, what would you like? Give me like, how like freshman year was like, academically, friends wise.
We'll break it down. We'll break it down year by year.
Yeah. Also, did you bring a straw?
It's in the car. I left the other straw in the car.
Okay, okay.
Just poke a finger in it and then just drink it from the lid. Yeah. So freshman year, like I said, it was kind of hard just getting used to it, getting adjusted and everything.
Yeah.
Me, like a entitled private school student entering a public school environment.
Yeah.
Super jarring, like cold turkeying. So definitely in my first semester of being like a high school student.
Yeah.
Very hard to make friends. Incredibly hard to make friends. Core memory, but like a negative core memory. I remember like, you know how like people are, like kids when they like really shy kids, right?
Yeah.
When I ate lunch, I couldn't really find places to sit because everyone was already like with people, right? And I didn't want to insert myself into other people's like groups or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I just sat like at the. Do you know? So by like the theater building, right?
Yeah.
And you know how there's like a walkway through by the junior tables or senior tables.
Oh yeah.
And there's like a walkway extending from that, right? And so you keep on going down that walkway and you enter like the area with like the K building and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you know how there's like some like platforms with like trees and stuff right next to it, right? And there's like trash cans. I sat on like one of those platform edges, right next to a trash can.
Yeah.
Because it was accessible, and so I could throw away my... Okay,
we're back.
All right, we're back.
First overheat of the night.
Oh, that's because of an overheat.
Yeah, it usually
man.
turns off on its own because it overheats. Yeah.
Okay. Where was I? Yeah, Addison. He approached me and he was like, "Hey, do you want to eat lunch with us?"
Yeah.
And like I lit up. That was like the happiest moment from the start of freshman year to where I was at that point.
Yeah.
And that was like, oh my god, like.
People,
they want me to like be with them. So
yeah,
that's when I started sitting with them. I don't really remember much from the rest of freshman year. I just know that I was still that awkward, shy kid who was transitioning out of like a very entitled headspace.
Mm-hmm.
And I was starting to like open my mind up. I was starting to like open myself up. And then sophomore year was sort of like also the transitioning phase between like beginning of high school to like where I was in the end of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Sophomore year was interesting. I don't really remember too much from sophomore year besides it being like just me getting to know more people. Like me, right. I remember a lot of instances of like seeing people who already knew each other, and I was like, what are some ways that I can like get to know these people? What are some ways I can like make friends with them?
Yeah.
So I would kind of like start seeing these people more, start talking to these people more, and that's when I like slowly like nudged my way in,
Yeah.
And then junior year, junior year was when I started doing theater.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Junior year, second semester was when I started doing theater. As much as I like trash on theater as like a whole, just like for shits and giggles,
Yeah. Of course.
It definitely was really transformative for me as like a person.
Yeah.
Because I have said before, I've taken my MBTI test, like my personality test, and I'm like riding the edge between extroverted and introverted. I'm like a couple percent more extroverted than introverted.
Yeah. Right.
And that was like the changing point for me.
Yeah.
So I did theater. It helped me open up a lot. But like, I guess there are some stereotypes that are true if you know any theater stereotypes, But like stereotypes are stereotypes.
Yeah. Say what you want about theater kids. Theater kids are super they're super genuine people. I feel like
theater kids are super genuine people.
Yeah.
They're very in touch with their emotions, if not like very super in touch. Maybe too in touch with their emotions sometimes, but they are very genuinely sweet people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I started to open up more. That's when I started to like showcase my abilities. I started like trying to see what I could do. I explored like music stuff. I started like showcasing my talents a lot more to people that seemed to really appreciate like what I brought to the table.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. I've never really been in like the spotlight before or anything, but with like stage stuff, you gotta like put yourself out there without anything holding you back.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like taking theater kind of like removed the roadblocks for me mentally to be able to like put myself out there and stuff.
Yeah, right.
And so I'm really grateful that I did it,
mm-hmm.
but I'm glad that I'm not in it anymore, because now I'm like I took what I learned and now I'm
it was like a past chapter.
It was like a past chapter. I took what I learned from there and I'm really glad that I did.
Yeah.
And then senior year was kind of like a continuation of that. Mm-hmm. So, basically the same thing. Made friends, lost friends, became more open-minded.
Yeah.
I do think that I am vastly a different person than from when I was, freshman year to senior year. Complete change. Also physically, too. I don't know if you've seen my ID photos.
I think I have, yeah.
Every single year of high school, I look like brothers with myself. Like, I look completely different every single year. Like, they don't look like the same person at all.
Yeah. No, I do remember. I remember seeing it when I came to your room, and I'm like, wow.
I pulled out all 4 of my IDs, and I was like, these 4 look like 4 brothers in the same family. Yeah, it was crazy.
It's close, my bad. Sorry.
All good.
All right. That's pretty funny, man. What do you what's it called? Did you talk about your senior year or no?
Senior year was just kind of mostly the same. I made made more friends.
Yeah.
I became like those people that I would kind of be envious of in the early years of like, oh my god, how do they know so many people? Like,
yeah.
I sort of became one of those people, and I was really happy that I did.
Yeah.
Nice. I think freshman year me would look up to senior year me.
Hell yeah. That's a good thing to say after like high school. Like,
yeah.
That's a good goal to have. Let's see here. Okay. So after high school, like, do you like plans like why SJSU? Like why do you go to SJSU, man?
Convenience. I mean, it's like right there. You know, I don't
commuter,
have to move out or anything, and also like convenience for like my future career. Right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Bay Area, Silicon Valley, great place to
Yeah.
great place to do anything tech related.
Yeah.
And since I'm doing like the IT CS field in my actual career,
Yeah.
It's like a great place to be, honestly.
Yeah.
As much as people kind of like dog on SJ, as much as I dog on SJ, I think like the campus is really nice. It's like perfectly sized. I think the people there can be like, you know, hit or miss, but you know,
What's up, man? As any
place,
Yeah.
right? I think it's just a good place to be. I'm glad that I stayed in the area. As much as like it would be a good experience moving out, I've had a lot of experience being independent anyways. And it's just like the comfort of staying home. You know?
Right.
I love being at home, so
It's great. Yeah.
it's great just staying in the area.
Yeah, most definitely. I think I would have been going to SJSU, but I chose to go to San Francisco. I feel like SJ or San Francisco is just like I feel like the city it's like based in. I feel like it's just a bigger like downtown San Jose ish. Yeah, but
like everywhere.
But like everywhere, and there's like more homeless people and drugs. But that's beside the point.
That's besides it.
Yeah.
That's besides it.
What's it called? Okay, this is totally side random thing.
Go for it.
What's say if you had like a D&D character, like what would be like your character? Like design your character right now.
Design my character right now. It can't be anything that I've done before.
It could be something you've done before, like something that you like. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I mean, this is just a random fun fact about me, but when I kept to myself, and then more so when I like entered theater and stuff, I loved like just voice acting for shits and giggles, you know.
Dude, this was a great voice acting.
I would love so many impressions. I would love doing like impressions and stuff, and I would love like hearing people's voices and being like, "Wow, can I do that?" And then I did it. You know, it was crazy to me. But my friend Aniket, who he's gonna be doing another podcast episode with, introduced me to D&D and sort of like brought me to. I still don't have as much free time for D&D as I wish I did, but. You know, I still think it's really enjoyable. It's a commitment, but I think it's really enjoyable. It's just like, imagine like playing as kids, using all your imagination, but like brought to life as an adult. I think it's really, I love the idea of D&D. I think the concept is like just so amazing.
Yeah.
Let me think. The one I'm doing right now is like this pirate guy, this like pirate dwarf guy. Yeah. Imagine like Torbjorn from Overwatch mixed with like Brock from God of War. I don't know if you.
I know Brock from God of War.
Yeah. No, me too. I've been getting a lot of like clips of like I'm just watching clips again. Yeah. But like he's this short guy who sort of he's like I don't know how to describe him. He's super short though, and he's like a paladin warrior, and he's very brass and he's very like. Easy to start an argument, you know. You sort of nudge his shoulder, and then all of a sudden he's whacking you around. You know? But like voice acting is super cool. I think voice acting is so sick. Yeah. And I think it needs more recognition. I think it is starting to. I think voice acting as a whole is starting to get more recognition. Yeah. Just in general. Yeah. By just like the general public. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's a random question. That's crazy.
I'm gonna start asking all my people that are familiar with the D&D and see what they would say. But that's a good answer. I remember. I think have you talked about that before? I feel like you have. It just sounds familiar. Like your character.
Not really.
Really? Okay, never mind. Okay, I feel like never mind. Or no, it's when you talk about that one website.
Yeah. To further my answer, I guess I like playing characters that aren't me. Like just characters that are so different from me that it makes people be like, wow, like. Exactly. That's a completely different character. I love like playing. I would love to play a character that is so far removed from me that people are surprised that it's me.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I mean, escape from reality. You don't have to be yourself. Yeah, exactly. What's it called? So, I usually ask all my guests this. But like, what's your least favorite ethnicity?
I refuse to answer. I am not gonna answer that question at this time, or ever. I don't have a least favorite, and neither do I have a favorite. I love all ethnicities. All ethnicities are amazing.
This guy's PR trained. All right. Well, it's next question. What were your interests like growing up? Like you were into like video games and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. Video games were huge as a kid. Really formative. You guys don't know this, obviously, because you don't see me wearing any. But I'm pretty blind. If you guys know prescriptions, I have 8 on both sides, which is...
I don't know what that means, but...
Usually, I always hear people go like, "Oh my god, I'm so blind!
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, I can't see anything." And then I ask them what the prescription is, and they're like, "Oh, like a 3." And I'm like, "Mine is more than double yours.
Yeah.
Don't fucking talk about blind, bro. I am damn near legally blind. You are not in a place like I am to be talking about blind this, blind that, bro. I cannot read something more than a foot away from my fucking, let alone half a foot. Matter of fact, a couple inches away.
Yeah.
If I didn't have my contacts on right now." This with my name on it and the order, I can't read until like right here. Okay,
Yeah.
so don't you tell me about you being blind. I know the struggle. Okay, but that's related because I would always like watch TV shows, play games as a kid, but my brain rot ass as a kid would sit really close to the screen.
Yeah.
That and like genetics. Both my parents also had bad eyesight.
Yeah.
That also passed down to me, but it was exacerbated. The SAT word by just me just sitting close to the TV, me always spending time on like video games and stuff.
Yeah.
But video games were huge. My first console was a Nintendo 64.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I played that a lot. I didn't have it at first. At first we went to I went to a cousin's house in Taiwan. Like this was when I was really little. Went to a cousin's house and then we played on that. And I guess I really liked the games that were on. I think it was just like Mario Party and Mario 64, right? But we played it on that, and I guess I really, really liked it, so my parents got it. And then after that, we also got a Game Boy Advance. We got a Game Boy Advance.
I had one of those, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the games I would play were also mostly because my brother played them, and then I would also play them, and I think it was I think it was super cool.
Yeah.
And then PS2, I was a big PS2 kid. I wasn't really an Xbox kid, but I'm not gonna start any debates or wars. I was a PlayStation kid. I played a lot of, just a lot of good games. I'm not gonna list them out because I don't want to start any like video game wars either.
No. Say what's on your mind. No. This is not.
Let me think. I think, funny enough, one of the formative games for me as a kid was this SpongeBob game called Battle for Bikini Bottom. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I've definitely heard of it. No,
but that game goes so crazy. Dude. That game goes so crazy. That was one of the first games I remember playing as a kid. And then my brother had a lot of racing games, like all the Gran Turismos and all the Need for Speeds. Those are really good. Burnout. I don't know if you know the Burnout games. The point of the games is that you have to crash your car and make as much destruction as possible, like in traffic.
As a kid, that's like your like
that was like a fantasy as a kid,
was,
you know?
Yeah.
My parents didn't let us have like any GTAs or anything, so I didn't play any of the earlier GTAs, obviously. Yeah. Played a lot of RPGs, played a lot of Final Fantasies. Those were super formative as a kid too. All the Crash Bandicoots, Spyros, everything you can think of for like early childhood games. If you can think of if you've played like that era of games,
right.
Anything you could think of, I played. So
that
was super formative. I was talking about this with some friends earlier.
Yeah.
Like the other day. I've never actually had a Wii. Like that was the one thing that you would think that people would have as like their childhood, right? I've never had a Wii.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Because at some point, when the Wii started to come out, my parents didn't really want to get us any more games because we had so many already.
Yeah.
And so, parents, they just think it's just more games to play, more money to spend on their kids, more games to play. So they're just like, you have the games already, all the games that you're playing now. Just keep playing those.
Right.
And I was like, okay, because then I didn't think anything of it. So all my Wii experience was probably just going to a friend's house and playing those. So that whole era of like Wii, 3DS kind of DS era, PS3, I didn't even touch any of that, so I had never played any games from that era, which is crazy to me. Yeah. But around then I started using like my computer and stuff, so I started playing more computer games. I tried a lot of like MMOs, but then like I'd never had any time for MMOs. I think MMOs are like really cool, but I do not have the commitment for that. Like especially like it's even now, right? Like not even MMOs, even games that have like a daily sort of commitment to them, like I don't know, like Genshin where you have to do like dailies or whatever. I feel like if it becomes like a commitment like that, I just can't do it. But I do understand why people enjoy those games, right?
Most definitely, the gacha stuff. Yeah.
Actually, sorry.
No, you're good.
I like I loved video games so much that I actually originally wanted to be a developer. Like I originally didn't want to be a developer.
Yeah.
But the thought just kind of went away. Yeah, but I just wanted to add
I see it. No, I see that for sure.
You see that? What the fuck does that mean?
Because you're very creative. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say like, what? Give me like your like what was your like top 5 like single player like campaign type of games like right now? Let's just say it for like right now, like today's games.
In no order.
No order.
Because I'm not. Yeah. I still think The Last of Us is like amazing. I love The Last of Us. I'm not gonna say anything about the second one. I do like the second one, but you know people don't like the second one. But I do really love The Last of Us games.
Of course, yeah.
I love Nier Automata. I don't know if you've heard of Nier.
Of course, yeah, right? I've never heard of Nier. Yeah.
Because like on the surface level, it just looks like anime booby robot.
Yeah.
Lady game.
So much more than that.
But the story is incredible.
Yeah,
I love the story of Nier. And if you actually look into it, it's like genuinely really well written. It does seem kind of like crazy and eccentric. But when you like actually break it down, I think it's really, really good. Mm-hmm. Let me think. We'll cut out the in between here while I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna keep it in.
You're gonna keep it?
I'm gonna keep it in.
Let me think. Maybe not like. This isn't really more like a story, it is story oriented actually. Hades is such a good game. I don't know if you've heard of Hades.
I've not heard of Hades.
So do you know like roguelike games?
Roguelike games?
Yeah. So roguelike games are like there's like micro progression. So there's like runs that you do, and you don't. The point is you don't beat the game in the first run.
Yeah.
But like throughout the run, you kind of pick your choices of like which upgrades to go through.
Yeah.
And you sort of make it to the end, but there's like a greater goal. So basically, the point in Hades is like kind of like God of War. It's like Greek mythology, right? And you play as Hades' son.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get to the surface to see your mom because Persephone lives on the surface, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so you're fighting up through hell to get to the surface.
Right.
And throughout the way you get like upgrades from like all the Greek gods, and you choose like which upgrades, like you pick this one, your attack is buffed with like this god, and it does this whatever. And the whole point is there's like a greater story, so every time you
So let's move on. Let's bring the topic a little bit onto to music a little bit. So like what's your music taste like right now, and what do you think some like are some factors that have influenced your music taste?
I think my favorite, like no matter what, my favorite genre that will always top others will be KR&B. I think it's a different vibe than American R&B.
Yeah.
And I think it's a vibe that matches perfectly with like calm night drives, and it's just that feeling of like comfort. I love that vibe so much, and I found so many songs that like matches that vibe perfectly.
Yeah.
So I think KR&B, Korean R&B, is my favorite genre for sure.
Yeah. Do you have like any artists that you like you are messing with at them, or any artists that you're messing with at the moment?
Favorite KR&B artists are probably like like the standard, like Dean, Crush, Cold. Yeah, those like KR&B artists that everyone knows.
Of course, yeah.
PH1 is really good. As much as everyone hates J Park's music is really good. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're getting canceled now, bro. I was like,
you're getting canceled now.
You said it was J Park, but it's over, bro. I'm sorry.
Shoot.
I'm sorry everyone's
it's over, bro. It's over, bro.
No, you're right though. What's it called? I do like J Park's music a lot. It's great. I saw Peach One live. That was pretty crazy. Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, very valid stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Zion T as well. I love Zion.
Zion T, yeah. No makeup. What's it called? What are some artists you want to see live?
Ooh, wow. Dean, but I don't know if he'll ever go. He's fucking still tripping over the stairs.
Yeah, I'm saying, bro. He hasn't dropped anything, bro. Or he dropped Die For You, right?
He did do Die For You. I don't know when he's like doing his full album.
Yeah.
I definitely would love to see Dean live for sure. I would say Crush, but there's a whole controversy about him doing live whatever. I'm not gonna get into it.
What? I don't know anything about it.
TLDR, basically, people recorded a video that made him look like he was avoiding like some African American people when he was like clapping their hands, but it was really like a security issue.
Oh yeah.
So that was like a huge controversy. But I would love to see him live. In terms of like, I still love K&B, but I've been listening to a lot of K-pop in general recently.
Yeah.
You know, like. I do love LE SSERAFIM, like Paul. I love for boy groups. I really like TXT. They're like my favorite boy group. Yeah, so I would love to see them too.
Yeah. Very cool stuff. Yeah. Well, do you like? Yeah. Who's your like favorite in LE SSERAFIM?
Favorite in LE SSERAFIM?
Yeah.
Yunjin.
I was gonna say Che. If it was me before, I would have said Chaewon, but I'm definitely starting to get wooed by the whole Yunjin.
The trend for me for like my favorite like member of like groups.
Yeah.
I love it when a K-pop idol can do their own stuff. Like if they're a producer, if they're a songwriter, if they can like do their own stuff, they automatically rise up the ranks.
Yeah.
Because they're like doing what I'm doing. They're producing their own stuff, they're writing their own stuff. I love it when an artist can do that. Because usually, in the K-pop industry, it's just like they have writers for them. It's just like standard, right? Yeah. It's more transparent there than in America. Because in America, there's so many artists that have ghostwriters and stuff.
Oh yeah, we don't even know who's writing.
We're not transparent about it in America.
Yeah.
But it's like pretty transparent over there, but I just love it when they can do their own stuff,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's great. That's actually
Yunjin. She writes her own songs. She has her own Spotify page. Her songs are really good. Yeah, I love Yunjin.
Shout out Yunjin, man. Yunjin, next guest on the podcast is Yunjin.
Hi, Yunjin. You didn't get me on the podcast with her, bro.
Yeah.
No, come on.
No. Get me on there with Chaewon.
What did you tell me?
Oh my gosh, wait, let me just check if the camera's still running, just in case if it didn't. Hold this.
Yeah.
Please don't get hot.
Me? Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, nothing to worry about.
It's still good?
Yeah, we're good.
If we hear a click in the next 5 fucking seconds, I swear.
It's getting a little bit warm in here.
It is getting a little warm, even with the fan. So
Yeah.
your fault.
Yeah, most definitely. What was I gonna say? Okay, yeah. So you're speaking of making music, you're a music maker of sorts. How did you get into that?
So, I've always like known how to play music. I started learning piano from when I was 4. So I've had music in my skill set. I've been able to play piano for the longest time. Mostly just piano though. I started learning guitar a couple years ago, but I know like all of music theory. It was part of like every year I would do like a test for piano, like a certificate of music test.
CM.
And CM test. And as a requirement, I had to learn music theory. So all of that music theory knowledge that I've learned amounted to me making my own music. I started for shits and giggles because it was actually me and you. We found, I don't even know how the original idea came up. I just know that we found like the beat and we were like, hey yo, hear me out. Hear me out. We should do this. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. I think it's because prior to that, I was like, I wanted to do like covers of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you were like, let's just do a song. I don't remember exactly how it went down.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I don't remember exactly how it went down, but I just know it just happened.
Yeah.
And we did that and it was really fun. The recording process was funny to think about.
In hindsight, yes.
In hindsight, it's really funny to think about.
It was a journey.
Very many takes.
Yeah.
A lot of takes.
I feel like I've improved a lot better. Like I'm a bit more confident. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
A lot of takes, but it was a first experience for me. I didn't really know how to produce at the time, so we just like bought a beat and we just used that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago, dog. It feels like a couple months ago almost.
If you want to take a listen, the song is On My Mind by Dren and Rico. Well, yeah, that was like the first start of it. I think before that, when I was in my theater phase, I would like post covers of like Disney songs or some shit on my Instagram. Yeah. Well, you didn't follow me at the time.
Yeah,
Thank fucking God you didn't see. But they're down now. They're archived. I thought they were pretty good, but in hindsight, I don't want them to be on my page. You know.
I see. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. I really don't remember what it was. Like, what did we have a conversation about it? Like,
I think I remember approaching you with the idea of it, and I was like, oh hey, like yo, let's make a song. I think that's
Really?
what it kind of sparked it, and you're like, okay, yeah, let's do it, and like
I feel like something had to have happened, or like I had to have made something to make you want to do it. Really.
maybe probably yeah. I think I saw that like you were like musically like what's the word, musically sophisticated. So I was just like, maybe like Adrian's probably the best person to go to do for this. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. We're bored, we got nothing to do, so it's during like quarantine and whatnot.
Yeah, it was during quarantine, so we were probably bored as hell.
Yeah. So we messed around and made that song, and along with a couple others, and hopefully more in the future.
A couple others.
Hopefully.
Yeah, of course. I've got so many projects on the back burner. Yeah, I've got so many things on the back burner. I would love to finish everything on my plate first. And then finally get a chance to breathe. But my motivation has been kind of on and off. I do have a lot of stuff that's like almost done. I just gotta sit down and like get to work.
Oh yeah. What's up? What's it called? What do you think? What's it called? What are some artists that you feel like have inspired the type of music that you make?
I don't think it's, or I think it's, you know how like when let's say you're in the shower, right? Or you're just like doing whatever and like a song pops up in your head, right? Or like a certain part of like a certain song pops up in your head, right? It's kind of similar to that. It's not like one person specifically that like inspires what type of music I make. I just hear something, I like it, I want to do something in that style, you know? And so, yeah, pretty much that. I hear a song, I like it, or like it just going through my recommended, and I'm like, wow, I think my voice, or like I think I could make a song in this genre, you know? But I think, oh wow, I remember now. I think what made me want to start, so as much as everyone like, there's like a stereotype for this artist and his listeners or whatever, right? So I've listened to Keshi for a while, okay? I've listened to him since he started on SoundCloud, okay? So it's been a while. I've always known of him, but I think I saw like a video where he did like a behind the scenes where he showed his production. And I think that video was what made me want to produce for myself. So I saw like what program he was using, which was Logic, which is on like MacBooks and stuff. It was like $200, so it's like hefty price, right? But I was like, you know what? Maybe I could try to make something, you know, like why not? Because if I didn't try, then I wouldn't know if I was good at it or not, right? So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. I have like a mic already because I tried voice acting, so I had a mic already, right? So I was like, you know what, screw it, maybe I'll try something. I'll buy the software, I'll start to learn it. So I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials. Everything that I've learned to this day was all just I just taught myself. I just like watched videos. I like looked up articles. I looked up like Reddit threads on like tips and tricks and whatever. So everything I've learned to this point, I have taught myself. But I think it was that video that made me want to get started. I think it was either the Too Soon behind the scenes or like the Less of You behind the scenes. But it was one of those videos where he showcased his whole process, like the chords and everything, and then he put it into this thing and he showed all the layers. I was just really intrigued by that. So that was like what made me want to get started. Yeah, I'm not a fucking hashtag 06, hashtag Bay Area, hashtag Boba, hashtag Keshi, okay? Hashtag Valorant, like, don't get me wrong, okay?
No, you've been out there. You've been listening to him, and you really know what he creating and stuff, which is cool. But yeah, I could definitely see how that's possible. You fall into that stereotype for sure. Like when you first see Adrian, like I feel like you'd be like, "Oh man, it's one of those."
Man, I bet he's plat on Valorant. I bet he has a girlfriend who plays Genshin. Like, shut up. Shut up. You are not gonna see me at T-Sane at fucking 11 a.m. or 11 p.m., bro. You're not gonna see me pull up in my BRZ at T-Sane.
No way.
Okay. I'm not gonna show up at the car meets. You won't see me there, you know.
Yeah, well, I've done all these things before.
You're not gonna see me at the raves, okay? Like.
Okay, I've done all these things before, man. Why are you? It's not that bad, okay, guys.
No, I'm just saying. I feel like besides that, I don't fit into like the stereotype. If you know what the stereotype is.
Yeah, if you know, you know. I'm sure. Yeah, most of the people are from here, so.
Yeah, they would know what it is.
Yeah. What's it called? Who's an artist that you would like want to collab with?
Wow. In the scope of realistic, this is kind of like a little past realistic, but I've been in contact with. I'm not gonna say his name. I've been in contact with an artist who's like a really like a decently popular artist.
Is it your older brother?
Yeah, you know who he is.
Yeah.
So I've been in contact with this guy, and I think it'd be really cool to like do a song with him. But he's very busy, like with his personal life. He's actually planning on really big things for his future. So unfortunately, he can't really like do anything. But he did actually approach me and ask me if he wanted to do a song. But unfortunately, he can't do it. But you know, I think it would be really cool. I would love to, if the opportunity ever comes up again. It's like in the realistic scope, right? Because he did offer me.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully,
in
the near future, hopefully it would be possible. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure you probably will. And like with that contact, I definitely think you will. But that's the wrong answer. Your right answer was Rico. But we'll move on.
Guys, we're cutting that out.
Cut everything. I'm walking out on my own podcast.
I'm corrupting your file.
Okay.
I'm breaking your camera. That's it.
What's it called? What do you think? What's it called? Out of the songs your solo songs that you made so far, which one was like your favorite? Which one's like your like so overall like just
not even like recency bias, but I think the song that I just finished. It's called "Let Me Know." It came out just this week. You should take a listen. It's called "Let Me Know." LMK on look at the Dren page on Spotify. LMK.
I don't know.
Jokes aside, I think it's like my favorite thing I've ever made.
Yeah.
Just produced. I think usually you set goals for yourself, right? And sometimes like it's normal to be surprised by your own abilities sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think like I set milestones for myself, right? So I'm kind of harsh on myself. I feel like I'm a perfectionist. So every time I like finish something, I'm very harsh on myself on how the final product ended up. Maybe I should have like put more time into it. Maybe I should have like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't feel any of that with this song. I think I've covered the most distance, the most progress for myself.
Yeah.
With this song, and I really hope people enjoy it. It sounds like the most professionally made to me.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy that I was able to make something sound that good.
Hell yeah.
I think "Let Me Know" is like my favorite thing that I've ever made. Not even recency bias.
Yeah. Why do you feel that way? Yeah. He's really grown as an artist. If you saw like the come up of Dren and stuff.
If you listen in chronological order.
Okay, maybe. Okay.
If you listen in chronological order, the progress is astoundingly obvious.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell.
There's a big incline, like.
Yeah, but I'm glad that it's like an obvious thing. I've actually had people like reach out to me and be like, "Hey, I'm really proud of you. Like, I listened to your stuff in order, and it's like it's amazing how far you've come."
Yeah.
So it made me really happy seeing that text.
What's up, bro? Yeah. What's it called? So like what are some like tips for someone that like just wants to get into music? What do you think? What kind of like what are a couple of like 3 tips you give them?
3 tips that I would give.
Yeah, like or actually give one tip of give one practical tip and give one tip like for like just like mentally and like mindset wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Practical tip. As much as it seems really hard to learn it prior, I think learning music theory is absolutely really important if you want to like make music.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, let's say I feel like I have a. Is it good?
No, it's good. I just need to restart it.
Oh, for sure. I didn't even hear it close.
Yeah. No, I usually do this. It works.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, wrong button. It's still recording. I'm gonna put that in there. Okay.
As I was saying, I think music theory is super necessary. It's like, let's say you bought like a table from IKEA, right? And you wanted to build it. Theoretically, you could build a table without the manual. But music theory is your manual for making music. It's really important. Like, why would you not use it, you know? So even if it seems really intimidating, it's like learning a new language, right? Even if it seems really intimidating, I think it's super important because things just click faster if you know what to do with the pieces that you have, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if you look at the pieces from an IKEA table, you can kind of guess, like, this goes here. If you look at the final product, it looks like this goes here, and you could theoretically make the table.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't make it fast. You're gonna take a lot longer.
Yeah,
maybe it'll come out looking kind of wonky. You fucked up like one of the parts.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's your manual. Use that manual. Please use it. You really need it's really important to use. That's like my number one tip for people who want to make music.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think mentally, because I am dealing with this. Mentally, it's okay if you don't have a big start. Like, everyone starts from somewhere. And this is coming from someone who isn't really like big yet, you know? I'm as long as you're satisfied with what you put out, it's perfectly okay. It's okay if you aren't big, it's okay if your things aren't going viral, just keep trying, and I promise you, if you think it's good, then other people will think it's good. As long as you think that you're proud of what you do, and like don't let what other people say, don't let like your lack of success at the beginning stop you from like continuing to try.
Yeah.
Continue to try.
Yeah.
Don't if you feel like giving up, maybe just take a break. Don't fully give up yet. Just keep trying. I know this sounds like cliche. Everyone's always going to be like, keep trying, you know, like, don't give up, blah, blah, blah. But I really mean it. As someone who's like genuinely felt that and genuinely like has told myself not to, I'm really happy that I didn't, because I've made so much progress. And it's not like it's going to be a fast process, right? Like, I started like 2 years ago almost, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
If I gave up, I wouldn't have been able to make like the last 2 songs that I made, which I think are the best things that I've made and have made me really happy that I made them.
Yeah, yeah.
So just keep trying. Just keep trying. Constructive criticism is perfectly okay. Take as much constructive criticism as you can get, because you're not going to improve if you don't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
sure, yeah. I feel like this goes for like anything, not just music, but just have fun, you know? Have fun.
As long as you're enjoying doing what you're doing, you know, like, what's the harm?
Exactly, yeah, most definitely. What's up, man? That's great. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write that down. Let's see here. Let's see here. What I got. So like, I see that you're kind of getting into what's it called? Wait, actually, screw it. Whatever. I see that you're kind of getting to like dancing and whatnot. How's that been going?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I'm. I didn't really mention this in like my middle school, high school, whatever. I'm not really that much of a sporty person. Like, I've played sports and I know like the rules and stuff, but my body just doesn't move the way I want it to.
Yeah.
And there's been times where like in high school I've seen people join like dance clubs and stuff, and I was too like busy with theater or whatever to even like think of joining like a dance club or anything. But I do wish I did. I genuinely do wish I did. Because I feel like I've never really been as much in control of my body.
Yeah, yeah.
So I really, really look up to people who are dancers, because I'm not good at dancing myself. I'm starting to learn, but I really look up to people who dance, because it's a lot of practice, you know, like anything, with anything, it's practice, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I really look up to dancing people, or dancers.
Yeah, dancing people, yeah.
I'm starting to do it myself, because, like, you know, I want to expand my repertoire. I don't want to just be like a singer. If I can put the same like mentality to dancing, and I'll be able to learn it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
And I know a lot a lot of people who are dancers, so like, why not? You know?
Half our friend group is dancers.
Dude, it'd be fun to just like dance with people. I don't see why not.
Yeah. What's up, bro? Yeah, I was actually thinking of one of my homegirls, Allison. Hopefully, I can get her on the podcast one time. She's a great dancer. Hopefully, I can. I was talking to her about doing like a little what's it called? Like a little workshop at like on one, which sounds like a terrible idea for me. That sounds like.
Have you like danced at all?
I haven't danced since high school. Like it's been a very long time, and then she's all.
You're just gonna raw dog it into on one.
Probably, yeah. So I'm probably gonna get like trashed out there, but that's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. At least it's something you can learn.
Yeah, and like I was talking to her, she's all like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so rusty as well. And I've seen she's done covers after high school as well. I'm like, you're gonna be fine, bro. I'm just sitting here like sweating bullets. And then you know how they do the thing where like, oh yo, like you do like come up to the front row and stuff like that. And I'm just like terrified out of my mind for that. Yeah. But hopefully we can do that one time and maybe.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That's a spoiler for a future Just Board podcast episode.
Yeah. True.
A little bit of a teaser.
Little teaser. You know what I'm saying? I got the marketing. You feel me? I got the marketing. What's it called? What's your love language like? Random question. Like, what's your love language? Yeah.
It's been a while since I thought about love language. Number one is it goes back and forth between words of affirmation and quality time. I think they're both really important to me.
Yeah.
I think gift giving is like, it's not as big to me, you know. Physical touch is just like, yeah, I love it, but like it's not like my top. So yeah. Words of affirmation, quality time. I think giving and receiving can be different for people.
Yeah.
Receiving words of affirmation, giving quality time. That would be.
Got you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, me too. Affirmations is big for me as well.
Affirmations is big for me, especially because like mentally, I've been through like such a journey of like confidence going up, down, whatever. Yeah. Like confidence in myself.
Yeah.
You know, so it's okay to like tell people that, you know. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah,
we can cut that out.
It's okay to tell people that, like, you know, that you're doing good and stuff. You know, that's good.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna say.
That's what
yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but no, it's great. I do like affirmations a lot. I think that's not how you. Oh God, I hate this word, but riz. That's how you like riz me up. Is just like compliment me. I'll be like your lapdog forever. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
I've actually run into. Well, not now because I've gotten better with it, but I definitely think before it's hard for me to believe compliments.
Yeah.
Because if I don't believe it myself, it's hard that it was harder for me to believe that someone else would think that.
Yeah, right. Know? I feel you.
Obviously, I've gotten a lot better at that now. I'm really grateful for anyone who like gives me a compliment. Mm-hmm. I try to let people who compliment me. Like, I try to let those compliments feed into my confidence for myself. Like,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I think that's a really healthy way of thinking.
Yeah, most definitely.
Instead of thinking, like, nah, they probably are, like, lying to me. I feel like they're not telling the truth.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more healthy to be like, oh, like, if they think this way, maybe there is something that they're...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try
not to... I've been trying to think a lot more positively. You know?
Yeah.
There's no point to think negatively. Like, in retrospect, like, why the fuck... would I be like, damn, they're just lying? Why would they say that? If they went through the trouble of telling you that, why would they lie to you about it? You know, if they chose to compliment you, if they chose to be genuine like that, why would they have any reason to not be? Right?
Yeah, for real. Oh, nice Spanish, but why are you lying to me? Just have like a full like mental break. Like,
oh, I think you're cute. No, you think I'm fucking ugly, bro.
Yeah, no, that's a great way of thinking about it. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, taking compliments is hard. I did struggle with that.
Hard.
Yeah,
it is hard, especially because I don't know. It's harder to take compliments if you don't believe in them, you know. But you're wasting time you're wasting time feeling confident in yourself. Mm-hmm. Like that time you could feel confident in yourself. You're wasting time by thinking that they're not complimenting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, bro. Yeah. What's up? Let's see here. All right, man. So we're what's it called? Or actually, one last question. What's it called? Well, what's your like favorite type of like your favorite type of date? You know what I'm saying? Like date. Like what's like a date night for you? Or like a date evening or maybe a morning. You're maybe a morning type of guy. Are you the type of guy to like? Or do you think that like sitting at home and chilling and just like not just bed rotting next to each other? Do you think that's a date? Do you consider that a date?
That's not a date, but that's like spending time with each other,
yeah.
Which is equally as important.
Yeah. Oh god, my eye.
You good?
Yeah.
I think spending quality time with you, because you know, quality time is my my love language, right?
You're with that, yeah.
I love quality time. I'm perfectly okay with spending time with my significant other, even if it's just rotting in bed next to each other.
That's what's up, yeah.
We don't have to always be doing something.
Exactly, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Also because if we're going out, we're getting food, which is draining my bank account, and I'm okay with not. We can like get food, or maybe we can like do something we can cook together. I'm okay with doing anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like spending quality time. A date is like a date.
A date, you know? Yeah. What do
there's good times to like go on a date. Every so often we can go on like a good like an actual like date.
Mm-hmm.
like what's a good date? I think like I love the idea of like picnics.
Picnics,
picnics are so cute. Like you bring your own food, you cook together, and then you bring it to the picnic. That's so cute. You know?
Yeah.
I think picnics. Would be my number one date.
Hey, that's what's up. Free game. That's good to know. That I do. Picnics are very, very cutesy, and like, and like, I didn't even think about that.
Until the sun sets, like.
Yeah.
Nothing can beat that.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't even think about like, like you cook together and then you bring it out stuff. Yeah. It's perfect. Yeah. It's very cutesy stuff.
On that note, you want to.
Yeah.
On that note, what do you want to make? Like...
Man, this guy's good. This guy's good.
Fuck. This guy's good.
Yeah, this guy's good, man. What's it called? So it seems like we'll
be right back.
Okay. But it's my phone ringing. Yeah, but we can. I'm sure the mic won't pick that up. Will it pick it up? That's okay.
The mic might pick it up.
It might pick it up.
It's okay.
Wait. I'm just waiting for it to stop. But we need to disconnect this freaking pedophile.
Whoa.
Oh shit. I can say what I want. This is my podcast. Cancel me, do it. Also, big thanks to that one commenter on all my my other podcasts. Yeps Peps.
Yeah,
Shout
I've
out.
been seeing those comments.
You see those comments? Yeah.
I hope you and your wife's boyfriend are doing well.
Me too. Yeah, it's great. It's all honestly great seeing your comments. It's all bring up my day. Shout out my day one.
Shout out Yeps Peps.
Yeps Peps. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. We're going on to like the end of we're kind of reaching the end right now. End of the road. So like, where can people find you?
Instagram. I'm kind of doxing myself with my Instagram, but it's my name, Adrian C. Liang, ADRAN CLIANG. That's my Instagram. If you want to find my Spotify, Dren. Funny story about Dren. This is a tangent, but I love telling this story.
Yeah.
But Dren originated from one of my best friends in middle school.
Yeah.
It was a nickname that he gave for me because my name is Adrian. Dren is just shortened Adrian, right?
Yeah.
But I really liked that, and I stuck with it. Come to find out, I'm watching, or it's like COVID time, and we're scrolling on Netflix, we're looking for a movie to watch. Right?
Yeah.
And we find this movie called Splice. I don't know if you know what the movie Splice is.
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah? You don't?
No, I don't. Oh, jeez.
So it's about these like scientists who develop like this alien baby thing.
Mm-hmm.
They name it Dren. And spoiler alert for the movie, but I'm just going to give like a brief summary of like what happens in the end. The alien is a girl. It's like half humanoid, half alien creature. So it looks human, has human everything.
Yeah.
And so it's a husband and wife.
Oh no.
Scientist.
Yeah.
The alien named Dren fucks the guy, transforms into a male, and then fucks the wife. And so if you look up the name Dren, all you see is that alien bitch everywhere on Google. And so my goal at this point, I don't even want the money. I don't care about the fame. I just want to overtake that alien bitch. That is my goal. That is like my... I have to.
That's a great goal. That's a great goal, yeah.
I don't even care about the money. I don't even care about the fame. You can put whatever pictures you want of me on the internet.
Yeah.
As long as I'm before the alien-ass bitch from Splice.
Yeah.
That is my goal. But yeah, you can find me at Dren on Spotify. Also Dren on YouTube. But I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Let me see. Also, yeah, like I always encourage tangents on this podcast, but like this is not one of those times.
Okay.
That is not. The alien lady does what to the husband? No, that's a crazy movie. Wait, what's the movie called again? Just Splice.
Yeah.
Let me write that down real quick.
No,
so no.
No.
I'm just kidding. What's it called? What's next for you, bro?
Like, just in general. Well, I'm working on class. When I'm free, I'm just gonna be working on music. I'm hoping that I can finish another song because I've got another one. Got another one coming up. I'm hoping to release it on Valentine's Day.
Oh, there we go.
But it's not like a Valentine's Day song. It's actually a really depressing song. But so it's for the people who are like depressed on Valentine's Day. I think it's perfect.
Oh my gosh. Okay, thanks. Yeah.
So I'm hoping I can finish that. I just need to be able to find someone to help me take a picture for the album cover or for the art cover because I have a vision for it, but I don't know who can help me out.
Yeah. For sure.
That's my plan.
Sounds great, bro. Okay. And then anything you want to say to the people?
I hope you guys are having a good day. To whoever is watching this, I hope you guys keep watching this guy. Just Board Podcast.
Yeah.
This guy's great. I felt really comfortable being here. I'm glad to have come here because it's like really depressing outside. It's like really rainy and gloomy or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
But it helped my mood. So.
Aw,
yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate
This is nice. This is nice. I loved it.
Appreciate that, man. All right, everyone, check out Dren. You know what I'm saying? He got a song coming out, single LMK. It's out now on all platforms at the moment.
Yes, sir.
Yep, go check him out. You know what I'm saying? That was another episode of the Just Board Podcast. I still don't have an outro, so this is it.
Who's next on the? So what do you have in store for the next episode?
For the next episode,
Find out in the next episode of Just Board Podcast.
I love every time we do. Like I hate it and love it at the same time. It's so good. But I don't know. I got a lot of guests in mind lined up. Hopefully I can get my first girl on here. But it's been a lot of people.
The diversity.
They get diversity. Yeah, I get the diversity thing. You know what's funny? What's it called? Every time I'm like, oh my gosh, you're the first like Viet on my podcast, or the first like Filipino on my podcast. I can't say that to anyone because Ryan took both of them. But yeah, that's it. Yeah. All right. Later. Bye. That's a really brief ending.